Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Chinese tourism grinds to a sudden halt as the federal government has stopped processing paperwork. Also, tonight, Governor Palacios sees no quick fix to the Chinese visa program. And birthright citizenship is debated not on the Hill, but in the Supreme Court of the CNMI by students vying for the AG's Cup. And Cinco de Mayo means quesadillas, tacos, carne asada, and a French defeat. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes!
Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay.
Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip! Cause that nods mean people who love make crispy strips. How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
Make crispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. You are watching the Channel 2 News on Cinco de Mayo from our studio high up on Capitol Hill. In a time when the CNMI tourism industry continues to flounder, tourists to our islands from China are in the dark regarding their CNMI travel packages. This morning, Hong Kong Airlines flew in with a handful of passengers and then took off for what will be their last flight for the time being.
When the feds took over immigration, there was an agreement put into place to continue to allow Chinese and at that time Russian citizens to enter the NMI under an NMI-only visa program. This parole-in-place program morphed into the EVS TAP program, and although Russians are no longer able to participate, Chinese citizens were. But that program is currently not working as it did, and locally officials are in the dark if this is a bump in the road or a wall.
And then recently, we've gotten reports that people who are booking, Chinese citizens who are trying to come into the CNMI under the EVS TAP program have not received a determination on their electronic travel authorization, either approved or declined. They've just not received any status update. The normal process, it states on the website, is 5 days. But in the past, people have gotten their approvals within like a couple hours.
These comments from MVA's managing director, Jamaica Tyron, came 2 weeks ago, meaning as of today, it has been a month and still no applications have been processed.
Anyone that tells you what's going on or what?
So we've reached out to Congresswoman Hines' office and also members of our legislature to get more transparency from the federal government. What's going on? We want to know what's the status of the program really, and if it's going to be delayed, if there's a delay in vetting, then we need to know that as well so we can adjust. But right now we have not gotten any information, and it's quite worrisome for the Hong Kong Airlines flight because it is heavily booked with Chinese.
Currently, Hong Kong Airlines has been flying the route twice a week. Chinese who are able to get a U.S. visa could still access the NMI via Korea or Japan. But if you look towards Guam arrival numbers from China, where a U.S. visa is required, they average just a couple of hundred people per month from China. This past week, duty-free shoppers, which relied heavily on business from PRC travelers, has closed its doors both in Garapan and at the Saipan airport.
In previous months, the NMI was pushing the Department of Transportation for more flights from China. It now appears it will lose the one flight it had. Is tourism from China just on hold, or is it in danger of flying away?
Chinese citizens who have been part of the NMI's tourism mix for the last 2 decades currently prevented from obtaining the paperwork necessary to visit the NMI. And there have not been a lot of answers from the current Trump administration on why or when or for how long. Governor Arnold Palacio says he does not see a quick fix.
I don't want to say that, that's an issue that's going to be resolved immediately. Again, I made those inquiries first week of April, and nothing really. I mean, through different channels, I've tried, and even into the White House leadership. But they said they're going to get back to us.
But get back to us, they still haven't. And without answers and without Chinese tourists, the flights from Hong Kong will end, at least for now, dealing another significant blow to the NMI economy.
Unfortunately, Hong Kong Airlines is not in a position to wait that long, because they have to be in business too.
Last week, Yi Feng, also known as Batu, was sentenced to a lengthy prison sentence. Batu was a Chinese national who originally entered Saipan on a tourist visa and then was involved in drug trafficking, also running a scheme that brought Chinese mothers to Saipan to deliver babies, and then convicted in Palau of participating in the murder of a tour guide. Governor says these types of headlines are used to shape policy.
It doesn't help our situation when you just had the federal courts sentence an overstayer who was here on a tourist visa and was here since 2016 and now is in jail for 25 years, and the continuing saga of people going from here to Guam, mostly overstayers, whether they were CWs or came in on tourist visas. So that also becomes an issue when CBP and our immigration, federal immigration, takes a look at the policies that they have to move forward. I mean, that has to be acknowledged. I mean,
it's a very small percentage of people that come in here that are actually criminals.
Yeah,
a tiny percentage.
Absolutely.
And to magnify that is, it's an opportunist action.
Yeah. And I wish that's something that could be considered in the federal policymakers. But sometimes they do make those decisions, and they, like I said, we've been trying to get informations and conversations. So we will probably be discussing it this week.
According to a 2025 poll, 51% of Americans oppose changes to birthright citizenship. A Trump executive order is currently being challenged in court. This issue is debated at the 38th Annual AG's Cup. A chance for some bright students to strut their intellect inside the CNMI Supreme Court. Last Friday at the Supreme Court courtroom in Susupe, attorney Rebecca Wiggins was rendered speechless for maybe the first time in her life.
This is just great stuff. This is amazing. I'm so impressed. Every time I interact with the young people on this island, which I am fortunate enough to do a lot, I am amazed. These people are smart. They care. This island is in good hands. If we keep the best and the brightest here, or coming back here, we'll be okay.
This year's speech competition theme, Birthright, Citizenship in the CNMI. Julia Titano, Marianas High School.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. People's collective experience creates stronger bonds than biological connections.
Ainsley Anchetta, Tinian Midland High School.
As we examine the future of birthright citizenship in the CNMI, we must ask, how do we ensure that being born here means more than just paperwork? That to satisfy the need for our tourism industry while ensuring true commitment to the people, culture, and future of the CNMI. Citizenship should be built on conviction, not convenience.
The AG's speech competition is a chance for students, scholars, and orators to develop a potential career in a legal, political, or a diplomatic field. Attorney General Edward Manabusen.
This is a chance for them to do research on a very critical topic. I think that it enlightens their minds. And it projects their ability to be part of this community.
There were 7 worthy competitors, 7 distinct styles and points of view, some legal, some socio-political, and most very, very personal. William Cano, Mount Carmel School.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. They're not humans, they're animals. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. These are, of course, words from our president directed at migrants. But we hear them in the CNMI too. Go back to where you came from. You don't belong here. Go home. As a Filipino and an American citizen, to me, these insults cut to my core because this is where I was born. This is where I was raised. This is where I belong. So if you ask me, birthright citizenship should be upheld. Because for me and thousands of others who were born here, this is home.
And the winner is announced for the 38th Annual Attorney General's Cup.
And the winner of the 38th Annual Attorney General's Cup speech competition is Matthew Cano, representing Mount Carmel High
School. I'm so glad that all the amount of practice I put into this paid off, and I'm glad my prayers were answered. Before coming here, I was praying the rosary, and yeah, so I'm just really glad it all worked out in my favor.
Williams stands flanked by his coaches Galvin and Zeno de Leon Guerrero.
What do you think made the judges give you the winning votes?
My great coaches.
Maybe, but just listen to his speech. Closing remarks.
I want to uphold birthright citizenship because it has helped me and countless people like me call these islands home. And no matter what anyone says on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue or on Beach Road, nothing can take that away from me. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. This is where I belong. As the opening verse of the CNMI anthem so perfectly captures. Gitalo gihalong tosi na igaygi tanoku. Sa tilmatawal Pacifico, iaelo faluwe iye. In the middle of the sea is where my home is. Thank you.
Brilliant kids. Coming up, Superior Court is in session for an alleged sex offender and for an alleged drug dealer. And Check in with your family and friends. Mental health is often what separates those who are enjoying and those in jail. Stay tuned.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Heat stroke is one of the leading causes of non-crash, vehicle-related fatalities among children. Vehicle heat stroke occurs when a child is left in a hot vehicle, allowing for the child's temperature to rise in a quick and deadly manner. In today's fast-paced world and with our busy schedules, we often tell ourselves that we would never leave our child in the back seat of the car, yet it can still happen. Take action if you notice a child alone in a car. Protecting children is everyone's business. Even in cooler temperatures, your vehicle can heat up to dangerous temperatures very quickly. Keep your vehicle locked and keep your keys out of reach. Make it a habit to look before you lock and avoid putting children at risk of heat stroke. Help us prevent hot car deaths in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Stop, look, lock. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands Department of Public Safety.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Guantanamera, Bahila Guantanamera, Cinco de Mayo. Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo. This is my wife's birthday. It's not just the Cinco de Mayo, it's Cinco de Mayo. Love you, baby. Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News. A 32-year-old man arrested on charges that include sexual assault pleads not guilty today in local court.
Raymond C. Villagomez waived the formal reading of charges today before entering a plea of not guilty. Villagomez was arrested on multiple sexual assault charges, bail originally set at $50,000. According to police investigation documents, a witness told police that Villagomez admitted to being a sexual predator. He has been ordered to surrender all travel documents. Status conference in this case is set for June the 5th.
Veterans issues that are important to you or your family will be addressed this week. The Office of Veterans Affairs has announced a town hall meeting for Wednesday, May the 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the American Memorial Park Theater. Now, a local Carolinian man who is out on bail was back in court this morning for his arraignment.
36-year-old Alvin Jacob Iguel Blas is charged with trafficking a controlled substance. Police say a controlled buy operation was conducted in Chaunlala back in February, and then a second buy operation was conducted in March. Today, Blas pled not guilty to those charges and waived a formal reading of the charges. Police say Blas, also known as AJ, was actively distributing ice to customers on Saipan, and Judge Teresa Kim Tenorio authorized an eavesdropping warrant for the suspect back in February.
CNMI teenagers face stresses that their parents may not have had to experience. As school marches towards summer vacation, educators and health professionals examine the very important topic of mental and adolescent health. A proclamation is signed last week at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, where health professionals, educational commissioners, and student leaders gathered together to acknowledge the importance of individual and community mental health. PSS Commissioner Dr. Lawrence Camacho.
They're here because they're excited to not only learn about the importance of this issue that we have when it involves mental health, but they're here to also know what resources are available so that they can then spread the word beyond their own communities to other communities about the importance of mental health.
The pervasiveness of social media has become a factor affecting the mental health of today's youth.
It's stress because there's a lot of factors that cause the stress, and that's social media and all the excess of information that they could possibly get their hands on in an instant fashion, right? Yeah. But it also could be used to their advantage, to where they could use the same medium for sharing information about what right is, what wrong is, and then do the right thing, how to do the right thing.
Heather Pangilinan, Director of Public Health Services for CHCC, emphasizes wellness in action for the young and old.
Wellness in action means checking in on our loved ones. It means creating safe spaces for our youth to express themselves. It means making healthcare accessible and normalizing asking for help.
Esther Muña.
When we have a broken arm, we go to the doctor. When there's issues, you're experiencing any mental health issues or stress, go see a professional.
I want them to know that there are a lot of caring adults in the CNMI that are here for them, whether they need just a shoulder to lean on or just somebody to talk to. You know, there are our school professionals, we have folks at the CHCC, and there are other organizations throughout our Commonwealth that are there to support our youth and everybody else, you know, that may be struggling in one way or another with mental health issues.
I just want the youth to know that there are so many programs and there's so many people that are here to support you and that are here to help you, and you're never alone in any circumstance that you're going through.
Taylor Cruz of Cagman High School reflects the importance of self-expression.
It's always okay to lean on somebody's shoulder, and that it's like okay to express yourself, because if you have it bottled in all the time, nobody will really understand you, and sometimes it may be too late to figure out how you're actually feeling, because that's pretty common in the CNMI too, especially at school, and it's kind of difficult. So
now, do you have someone you can lean on?
Yes. It would be my best friends, or Irie. It would be Irie. Yes.
Kodep Ugamoro Uladong, chairman of the Board of Education, sums up the day by quoting the recently departed Pope Francis.
Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help each other. No matter how difficult it is, life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you.
Coming up in Good Sports, Cinco de Mayo is about independence, the independent decision to eat Mexican food. Stay tuned, you will want to learn how to make this next.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Dreams since like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas, sports fans! Cinco de Mayo is about more than margaritas and busting open a piñata. It celebrates Mexico's 1862 victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla. It has become a symbol of Mexican pride, and food like guacamole, tacos, churros are key ingredients in a proper Cinco de Mayo celebration. For sports tonight, we head to the kitchen, as a local restaurant has the right ingredients for today's holiday. Viva!
At the Hut this afternoon in Garapan, Gemelin is in the kitchen preparing some food for a late lunch crowd and prepping for what is expected to be a busy night. Orders this afternoon included a beef quesadilla and some tacos.
I was an intern at NMTI, and I needed a job, so they brought me into the Hut.
So you're an MTI success story.
Yeah. All right, so our best seller is the carne asada.
The left-handed cook has been on the job for 3 years now at the Garapan-based restaurant and is happy to say Cinco de Mayo.
So this is our verde. So this is like roasted green peppers with guacamole.
Okay.
And our onion and cilantro.
Do you guys get busier on Cinco de Mayo here, or is it not that big a holiday at the Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, it gets pretty busy.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, well, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, CNMI.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas driving range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a 30% chance of showers for the trees and the flowers. Mild breezes with low temperatures of around 77 degrees. Tuesday will be more of the same with only a 20% chance of isolated showers and temperatures ranging from 87 to 77 degrees in the night. The sun has set at 6:36 p.m. this Cinco de Mayo and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:52 a.m., setting the stage for Taco Tuesday at Godfather's. And I will see you in the water or on the land. Well, that is news, tacos, and weather, CNMI. We will see you again on Wednesday.